What's up, Smashers? I'm Zach.
And I'm Aposl, and we're here with Video Game Boot Camp.
And this is the weekly Smash 4 update, episode 11.
Smash 4 update.
On Monday, this one's gonna be a doozy. Sakurai gave us a picture of this super cute puppy sitting in front of a television. Sakurai says this is a bored-looking dog staring at the TV. Occasionally, the Super Smash Bros. Series really makes me confused about what I'm creating. What the hell does that mean? I don't know what exactly this is supposed to be. I can't really come at it from any competitive angle. It doesn't really reveal a stage or an item or an assist trophy. So we'll just chalk this one up to Sakurai blowing off a little steam. Here's one thing. Actually, I remember seeing this image a while ago, and you know what some people said is if you look at this picture right there, if you look at the image on the TV, doesn't that kind of look like Ness? That kind of looks like Ness, right? Ness confirmed.
Tuesday, we have a picture of Lucario using his down B, aka double team. It's his countering move. Sakurai is quoted as saying, "You missed me because you attacked my illusory copy from double team move." What an idiot. This move was a move that Lucario already had in his moveset from the last game, so there's not really much to say about this, except that he has twinkling eyes, and that's kind of cool, and Marth kind of looks like he doesn't know what the heck's going on, which is a little funny.
On Wednesday, the home run bat is back. Look at this. What is that? That was so stupid. The home run bat has been a staple of the Smash series all the way back since 64, so it's good to see that it's going to be included again. The bat in past games, I'm pretty sure, has usually been wooden. It's kind of been golden, so maybe it's been metal, but right now in this game, in Smash 4, it's actually going to be black. Whereas in past games, it might have been inspired by Earthbound or some other mother game. Right now, it looks very modern in Smash 4, and it's going to have this black finish over it. The only other thing that you can really note about this is that Sakurai mentions that your eyes might bug out if you get hit by it. Little details and intricacies like this are going to be what makes Smash 4 stand out against all the other Smash games. The fact that Sakurai is actively thinking about this makes me excited to see what other things he'll come up with.
Thursday, Peach has a big imagination. Sakurai says, "Tomorrow is Valentine's Day, and the day the new Nintendo Direct airs. It will stream in Japan at 7 a.m., so it's going to be a very early morning for us." Other than this just being a picture to announce the fact that Nintendo Direct was airing that day, I have no idea if this is a new Peach move, or it's just, a little effect they added to a picture, possibly a taunt. Who knows?
Friday, Sakurai has not been stingy on the character reveals, and we got a new one this week, Little Mac. Little Mac is from the Punch-Out series of games that started all the way back on the NES back in 1986? 1987? One of those two. It was a long time ago, probably before you were born. Honestly, there's so much to go over from the character reveal trailer. We're not going to be able to cover everything here, so I suggest you guys click on the link in the description below. It should show you the character reveal trailer for Little Mac and show you why we're so excited for the character. So yeah, this isn't really a surprise. People have been speculating Little Mac would be in the game all the way back when Brawl came out and he was an assist trophy, and everybody said, wow, he'd make a really good character. Then when Smash 4 information started leaking and coming out and being updated by Sakurai, we saw this boxing ring, obviously from the WVBA, which is the division from the Punch-Out series. Looking at the reveal trailer, Little Mac seems to be a rush-down, in-your-face kind of character. He's very melee-oriented, which means he can't really throw any projectiles at you or spam from across the stage, so he's going to need to get up in people's faces a lot. Think like Ike in Super Smash Bros. Brawl. Honestly, it's kind of difficult to know exactly how strong Little Mac is going to be. Way back in Brawl, Sakurai would kind of amp up the damage on character reveal trailers to make them look stronger. You saw this in the Sonic trailer, in the Snake trailer, and some others as well. Basically, characters would go flying off of moves that didn't really do that much damage when the game actually came out. Because of that, it's not really possible to say exactly how strong Little Mac is going to be, but we could speculate based on some of the stuff that we've seen. There are three things I think we should note about this trailer. The first one is this clip of him hitting Mega Man. He actually dashes past the Buster Shot and hits him without shielding, rolling, or being invulnerable at all. This doesn't look like super armor because he isn't actually reacting to it. He's not flashing or anything. So I wonder if this is just going to be a fixed distance slide through and hit somebody no matter what he runs through. Think of somebody like, again, Ike in Brawl. Ike could actually side beat into people, but it wouldn't just go through things. He would get knocked into whatever they threw at him. So this is going to be kind of unique for him. This is actually really exciting because it kind of promotes an aggressive, in-your-face style for the game. And we've seen some similar stuff with Rosalina in the past, but now it's really coming to fruition with this melee boxing character. Number 2. There is a dedicated spot in this video to show that he is not an air fighter. In a clip, we actually see him trying to hit Wii Fit Trainer in the air. She air dodges through it, and he dies. Now, Sakurai is probably exaggerating a little bit. I don't think his recovery is going to be as bad as, say, Link. But looking at his up B, it doesn't go very far. I think there are going to be ways around this, though. Wario back in Brawl had a terrible up B, but he had amazing recovery just because of his mobility and his bike. Little Mac might be able to side B, if that is the move that we talked about before that can actually go through projectiles. He can probably just go through projectiles and land back on the stage, meaning that his horizontal recovery will be fine, but his vertical recovery won't be that good. Regardless, this is actually going to hurt him in competitive doubles play. In 2v2 action, there's so much going on in the air, from edge guarding people on the side, hitting them into your partner. It looks like Lil Mac won't flourish in that kind of setting. He will be able to offer a lot of stage control and ground zoning potential, but in terms of actually comboing in the air, he's not going to be the best. The final and most important thing to note is this unique feature that Sakurai talks about in a subsequent update. Sakurai says that Lil Mac's biggest feature is his power meter. When this gets charged up, his standing special move changes. It turns into a one-hit KO uppercut. The concept of this is kind of scary, not just for the opponent fighting Lil Mac, but for the actual competitive players as well. If Sakurai is introducing some kind of comeback mechanic like this, it's gonna be bad for competitive play, I'd say. There have been a lot of it in recent fighting games, from Marvel vs. Capcom to Mortal Kombat to Injustice, something where you take damage and you can just give it back in huge amounts. Now, I didn't play Punch-Out on Wii, but I did play the NES and Super Nintendo versions, and I know that you got power meter by landing attacks without getting hit. If Sakurai is introducing some kind of momentum system like this, I think we're gonna be fine, because it encourages Lil Mac to actually continue a flurry of attacks on his opponent without letting up. That's great. Conversely, I think that if the power meter goes up as he gets hit, which is kind of suggested by him getting agitated by Samus noting his height in the reveal trailer, if it actually goes up when he takes damage, I don't know if I'm gonna like that in a competitive sense. If nothing else, this does confirm that his B is gonna be some kind of a strong punch that gets stronger as his power meter goes up. So probably think something like a Falcon Punch. If Lucario and Rosalina are any indication, we're going to see a ton of Lil Mac updates in the coming weeks. So stay tuned, we'll keep you updated, and we'll let you know our thoughts. CCLA7247 says, Mewtwo is a Pokeball, just to piss everybody off. Also, Abereric says, Mewtwo, Kappa. That's mean. Disorient says, replace Goldeen with Magikarp. Magikarp could even have a random chance to just evolve and become a threat or something. Yeah, I never really thought about that. I don't know why Goldeen was chosen as the useless Pokemon, the kind of joke entry, whereas she actually poses a threat in the Pokemon games, and Magikarp kind of just flops around.
I like the idea of it randomly evolving into Gyarados because of all those memes where it shows Magikarp says, just wait till I evolve. Plus, I could just totally see two people fighting and someone throws out a Magikarp and they just don't go near it because they're afraid it might turn to Gyarados and then it just doesn't. And you're just like, oh.
I think it would be funniest if the Gyarados had no allegiance.
Yeah.
So like he just turns into Gyarados and it hits everybody. So you see two characters just, a Magikarp spawns and then two characters just go on the opposite sides of the stage and then nothing happens. That would be the funniest thing in the world. I would love for that to happen, and I hope Sakurai has the presence of mind to do it, but since Goldeen's kind of a staple in the Smash series, probably not. I have Wii Online 007 says, the ice cream one. Then eat it!
I can totally see like the ice cream Pokemon coming to life and someone just grabbing it and eating it as it like cries and then you heal.
Yeah, it's like two-headed too, so there would be these like cries in sync. It would be really funny. He also says maybe the lantern one to throw at and light people on fire? This week's question is sort of philosophical, so we hope you can keep up with us. So as Sakurai noted, Lil Mac is actually going to have a very unique feature where he can build up a one-hit KO. We want to know what you guys think of this. Do you think it's going to promote skillful dynamic play? Or do you think it's really more for the casual side of things, a la tripping? Honestly, it could go either way, so we just want to know what you guys think. One-hit KOs, good or bad?
Don't forget to answer the question in the comments below, to like the video, and please subscribe to the channel and follow us. See you next week.